Hello garden friends, and welcome to my channel, DK's Garden Oasis. Today I'm going to be showing you my method for winter sowing native perennials and the seeds that I'm going to be using this year. I know I mentioned in my last video I was going to be showing you my leaves and roots, but this video actually is more timely. Some need a cold moist stratification, which winter sowing is perfect for, and I'm hoping that you can see that. This one happens to be showy milkweed and it's 30 days. So that's why I decided to do this video first, so that it has enough time outside for the cooling period. I also have some warm or planting indoors, some seeds as well, and I'll show you those native perennials as well. Now you can plant just about anything. I'm just limited to space to do that, so right now this year I'm just doing some native perennials. I'll be demonstrating in a few minutes in my grow room downstairs my method for winter sowing. I've tried a couple of different methods. The one that's been the most successful is this milk jug. I have tried a plastic bag that I put on some dowel rods and hung, and I found as the weather warmed, it kind of was too warm and it just didn't work. I'll show you downstairs what I used also as well last year, but I used those indoors to plant some seeds. I found that also dried up a little too fast. The milk jugs for my area, which is 6A, it seems to do the best. And if you have any other methods that work great for you, leave it in the comments below for other people, because maybe it's my time zone, or maybe you have a really good idea that I'd like to try. So here are the seeds that need a cold period, cold moist or a cold period. And I'm going to start with the milkweed butterfly weed, and I'll be demonstrating this in the milk jug. So this one, it just says to start 6 to 8 weeks ahead. The next one is showy milkweed, and this one says 30 days, cold moist stratification. These are all, by the way, from Prairie Nursery, and I'll link that website under the video. This one is partridge pea, and this one says only 10 days, but these will be okay outside. It just needs 10 days of moist, cold period, and once it warms up, they will start sprouting. This is Indian paintbrush. This one needs 60 days. And this one is a favorite for my hummingbirds, the cardinal flower, and this also needs 60 days. So those are all my cold stratification that I will be putting in milk jugs this year. So I don't have that many. I might add a few that I did last year in milk jugs if I find some more seeds. But these are the ones that I'm going to be starting in the next couple days. Now the warm perennials, and again, these are all perennials. You can do annuals, you can do herbs. I've done herbs, I've done lettuces, all of that can be done in milk jugs as well, but I am just going to be doing these native, as I said, native perennials this year. So for warm, this just says prefers full sun, so 8 to 12 weeks before last frost. So these I will be starting the 8 to 12 weeks before, and this is Yarrow Colorado mix. These are great as a dried flower as well. I did a couple of these last year, and I want to put these throughout my yard. I just wanted to see how they looked, and I like a little bit of grass mixed into my garden. This is little blue stem, and this just says seeds should germinate upon sowing in a warm location. So again, indoors. It doesn't say how many weeks you need to do before. This is big blue stem, so the same thing, only a larger grass. Purple coneflower, this is always a favorite for hummingbirds, bees. This is something new I'm trying, the grandma grasses, so I'm adding a lot of grasses this year. And this one again is blue grandma. This is side oats grandma. Michigan lily. I've tried these a couple of years in a row, and I really would like these. I know the butterflies really like buttonbush. And then I have bee balm as well. And this is from Baker Creek. That is it. Now let's go downstairs and I'll show you that method of using the milk jug and how I plant them. Okay, we are now in my grow room downstairs, and I just have a camera set up over my work area. This is something that I use from Johnny's, and I put dirt in there, and I use this all the time until I go outside. So this is a great tool. I have a shovel, I have my milk jug, a razor blade. I made my tag for inside, so although I do write on the outside, I do put one in the inside in case it does wear off. It's not supposed to. This is a pen that will not fade, so I would recommend getting these. These are on Amazon. And then I have duct tape. This happens to be white, but of course it comes in gray, and so this works well to close up the milk jug after I cut it. These are what I use for inside, and sorry about that, the heat just happened to be going on now. So these are what I used. I tried these outside and these did dry out pretty quickly, so I just use these inside, and they're great for starting seeds. And these you can find on Amazon too. I'll try to find the link and put it in the description below. And then all I do is use blue painter's tape and write what it is on the outside. So let's get started. And I have other videos, and I'll link those above this video from the last couple years. If you want to check those out, I've done winter sowing videos every year. So what you're going to do is you're going to start cutting, starting by the handle. Don't cut the handle off because you need a hinge. So you just start cutting here. It might be a little loud, so sorry about that. And you need about 3 to 4 inches of soil. So see how that opens and closes? That's what you want. You do not use the cap. You want the air and water, snow to go into here. And you also, before I forget, you want some drainage holes. So I just poke it, be careful poking this through. I just put some drainage holes. And I have been doing a couple on top as well. If it starts raining, it can go in there. And then what I'm going to do is write what seed I have. So the one I'm going to be doing today is milkweed. And again, this doesn't need Cold-Stratification necessarily, but it says direct sown outdoors. So 6 to 8 weeks, which I consider that winter sowing. So we will do the butterfly milkweed, and I'm just going to write that on here, and that is from Baker Creek. And these are the pretty orange flowers, not necessarily the big huge plants like milkweed. So I want to put a few more of those in my garden. I'm not sure, but I have to look it up, and I will be doing that later in the year if we can raise any monarchs. I thought they were going on the endangered list, and that means you can't raise any indoors. So if that's the case, I will abide by that. So what we're going to do is we're going to get some soil, and I'm going to put it into the bottom, at least 3 to 4 inches of soil. This happens to be really wet. I have in the past used seed starting mix, and that dried up a little too fast. So this is just regular potting soil. It's a little damp because it was outside at the garden center. So I don't think I will need to put any more moisture in. I'll just water it in after we are done planting. And then what we're going to do is put our tag in by the handle, and then we will sprinkle some of these. Yeah, this is definitely wet enough, so I don't need to put any more water on it. I have a cut piece of duct tape ready to go, so I just close it up, take my piece of duct tape, go around, and that's it. I will do a few more of these and put them outside, and in 2 months' time, when it starts getting warmer, they will start sprouting. And then what I do is around June, actually around May, I put them outside on my table and open it up and cut off this top part and let them grow just a little bit more. And then you can transplant them right away because they're outside. You don't have to acclimate them to the outside, so that's good. So when they're big enough, you can put these right into the ground. So that is my demo of what I do. Again, I use the milk jug method. I found it's the best method for my area. I hope this video has inspired you to try winter sowing. So give it a like and comment below if you've ever winter sown anything or have had success in your garden with winter sowing. Next week I will have the next seed haul and giveaway, and that will be your leaves or greens, lettuces, and roots like carrots and potatoes in the next video, along with another giveaway. Hit the subscribe and the notification bell to be notified for any future videos. Thank you for watching, and happy gardening. Bye-bye.